just set them up like that. There you go. What is this is with that bullshit? Now with the tourists. Sorry. I made a couple more and I freaked it. I bought that 87 for the weekend. Y'all can say hi to them on YouTube.
Oh, I didn't even know it was live. YouTube, what's up?
How you told?
Y'all know where I got that burrito shit from? When I started saying it? When Spanish people talk, you know how every Spanish person, when they say English stuff, it sounds like they singing? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Y'all never noticed that? When people who don't speak English talk, they talk in like rhyming words. I no hable es English. They sing it. So I heard this Mexican dude in Roberto's one time. He was trying to say chill out. Alright, what was he trying to say? Calm down, but it sounded like burrito, burrito. I got that from him. I thought he was saying burrito. I thought he was giving out free burrito. You know, I was all for it. You ready? Yeah, we finna start the show. What's up, world? It's not just company. It's your boy, Dimitri. We got Chronic Struggles here. Kwani, say something.
What's going on with y'all?
We got Tax Money Jr. here. Tax Money, say something.
Hey, what up?
Tax Money Jr. here. Tax Money, say something.
What's up?
Here we go. Starting off the year already. So what's going on, y'all? How's everybody doing?
Tired. Exhausted.
It's been a long week.
What's been going on this week? Kwani started a new job. Hey, nigga, you started a new job. Oh, I can't say that? My bad. Junior, how's everything going with you?
Tired. Being a father is exhausting.
How's it exhausting?
How's it not? Ladies, it's a very, very, very tough job. Being a single father.
Nigga, you got one head
I'm out.
I'm not dealing with you.
You said we gonna wear after this?
Alright,
That was a joke. Don't get me in trouble.
Nah. He was serious.
y'all want to talk about the school shooting shit, or y'all just want to slide that under the bus? Not real, not like that.
I mean, it's been one every week, so it ain't like it's something new.
I mean,
That shit keep happening.
we talked about it last time, you know.
No, we didn't. It just happened.
But we talked about it last time. If you followed us on Facebook Live, you saw us briefly discuss it when I said when my kid is old enough to learn how to start shooting at 22, he's going to carry a gun in his backpack.
Well, no, I'm talking about as far as y'all. I know. Do you niggas watch the news or no?
I don't watch the
All
news.
right, so I like to watch the news.
Well, I know Wetland Park had a fire the other day.
I don't know where that park is.
Out southeast.
I like to watch the news.
Huh?
What?
In Vegas. It was like towards Henderson.
They had a fire?
At Wetland Park. It was a big fire.
Oh.
What does that have to do with school shooting?
Anyway,
My bad.
like I
You
said,
said, do I watch the news?
this
Did
is
a kid start it?
Could have been. I don't know.
Now
I
you're
get the
just
details.
trying to shoot kids. This is what I'm saying.
I ain't one.
On this show, we will start calling out your misses. I just want to let you know. We will start calling them out. So,
You have a morbid sense of humor.
I'm morbid.
What?
Yeah, but I like to watch the news, even though I feel like it's going to happen regardless if I watch it or not. But Trump been talking big shit about this shit that happened at the school. Basically saying, Trump shit.
What is Trump shit?
Fuck them kids. No, I'm just saying. He didn't say that.
I thought he just want to give teachers guns.
Yeah, he want to give teachers guns. I don't agree with that. Y'all agree with that?
Hell yeah.
I don't, because what if a teacher get mad at your son one day and end up shooting? Then what? How you going to explain it? Because at that point, the teacher not responsible for what happened.
The way I see it, even if I have a child with a white woman,
better sit down.
even if I have a child with a white woman, I'm still gonna have a black son. So chances are, he might get shot by a
By what?
cop anyway.
And?
So you rather be a school teacher than a cop?
No, I'd rather it be like I would personally, I'd rather my son not get shot at, but I know realistically,
I just don't think teachers should have weapons because some teachers can't control their temper. Some teachers are too emotional.
But
So
like
at
I
that
told
point-
Demetrius, that's like my
Well,
kid.
go ahead.
That's like my kid having a gun in his backpack for his safety. Demetrius' argument is, what if your kid have a psychotic break and start shooting up the school, and he got a gun on him because you didn't train him to use it? A teacher's the same way. Everything involving a gun is a hit and miss. Either somebody's going to use it to protect themselves or they're going to use it to destroy. So at that point, you can't there's no real side to that argument. If Trump wants to give all teachers guns, it's a risk either way. If you don't get them guns, what you going to do to save their life? If you do get them guns and they do something stupid, well, how could you have prevented it?
Why are we talking like teachers can't be pussy too?
All I'm saying is,
What
when
if
it
the
come
teachers
to,
have a gun?
have you ever seen a teacher we all went to Cheyenne? Some of those teachers would have shot a few of the kids that they got fucked with.
They more or less would have caught the fade.
Nah, you gotta think about it. Some teachers be having that shit where they get so emotional they can't control that shit, and the first thing they go to is anger, or the first thing they go to is some bullshit. Like you've seen teachers put their hands on kids before. Now you putting guns in their hand to make it easier, and at that teacher's not at risk for anything that happens to the kids if that was the case, if something was to happen. That's a win-win situation for the teacher. Nigga, I can shoot you if I want. I ain't going to jail.
So you mean you're telling me, let's say you're a 12th grade teacher, right? You got a gun. You at Cheyenne. Let's say a big buff ass kid beating the shit out of you. Now outside of that school premises, you would be able to shoot him for beating the shit out of you. But because you're at school and you have a gun and he beating the shit out of you, you're not allowed to shoot him? Or you would be allowed to shoot him? Because if you take 2 steps outside of that school zone, you're allowed to shoot the shit out of that boy for beating your ass. That's just gun laws.
You mean self-defense?
Like, whatever you want to call it.
But at the same time, that kid ain't got no weapon. So.
But he's beating the shit out of you. That's just what guns are for. If I'm getting beat up and you have a weapon.
A gun is not for you to sit there just because you're getting your ass whooped and can't fight for you to shoot somebody. That's why a lot of these little scary ass little niggas run around with guns now, because they can't fight. They
Well,
can
I'm
have the
saying,
same way you is.
you,
Since I can't whoop you, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to shoot you.
But you do realize if I have a gun, if I feel threatened in any way, I can shoot you.
Not shoot to kill, though.
But I didn't say, you can shoot shit out of you. It don't matter if you're
But
going to
that's
kill
what I'm trying to get to. Some of these teachers get to them who are like, fuck whatever going on, I'm finna just kill you.
Well, isn't that an option?
Especially
anyway?
when they ain't got no liability held against them, them teachers not finna give a fuck on what's gonna happen to them kids.
But isn't that a liability that teachers can shoot the students anyway?
But I'm telling you,
it's a
higher risk because, like they say, when the teachers get these guns, they trying to say that the teachers will not be held responsible or liable for anything that happens to the kids.
So what are we arguing here? Are we arguing the safety because kids are going around getting shot in school, or are we arguing giving teachers guns?
I'm arguing the safety of the kids.
Well, the safety of the kids, strap these motherfuckers with some pistols because
think about it, if you a teacher and you kill somebody's kid and they family find out, they finna come and shoot the school up. They finna try to come get you.
If you asking me what I'm arguing, I own a gun. I don't agree. I think the only way to make this shit safe is if you take all guns. But unfortunately, that's not true. That's not ever gonna happen.
How would that work?
Girliest thing
you don't want to take all guns. Everybody keeps saying guns ain't doing shit.
The
it's
problem.
the people.
Okay, but do you want me to if y'all gonna listen?
How many people control guns and have guns have never done a violent act in their life?
That's what I've been saying.
You can't blame the guns because the guns ain't got nothing to do with it. That's for your protection.
Are y'all gonna listen?
Because so what you gonna do when somebody break into your house and they got a gun? Now because they took all your guns away, you
gonna throw a spoon at them?
Right. You helpless.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
So, I think the whole saying guns don't kill people, people kill people. I think that whole saying is a little flawed because I believe that guns, truthfully, okay, people do kill people. It takes a person to shoot. It takes a person to shoot another person, but the gun does hold weight because without that gun, that person would not kill anybody. So, in me saying that, the only way to stop the whole gun situation is, one, of course, would be let everybody have their guns, make it harder to get guns. That would, of course, be the easiest
I mean,
solution.
what more you want them to go through now? You got to go through a background check. You got to go through all of that shit. Just
All right,
to
let me ask you.
You know how easy it is just to buy a gun off the street?
Let me ask both.
Right, exactly.
Let
People
me
on the
ask
street
you
don't
both
stop selling guns
Let me
because
ask
the
both
gun
of
laws
y'all a
change.
question. How can I put this so both of y'all can understand? If it shouldn't be harder to get a barber's license than it is to get a gun. Meaning, it take you, what, a year to be able to get your license to cut somebody's hair? It takes you maybe an hour at a high to get a pistol? And if you turn 18, you can get an AR-15. As soon as you
But
turn
even
18.
at 18, you can't even get a handgun. You can only get like a shotgun or something. You can't get a handgun.
You know, AR-15 is an assault rifle.
I'm just saying though, and you can't carry that around though in public. You can't be seen around with that in public.
Well, what I'm saying is, so at 18, I don't feel like you're at 18, I feel like you should be able to hold a handgun before you can hold an assault rifle.
I get it though. Why give you a handgun when you can carry that around in public? There's no reason for me to do that. If I give you an assault rifle, that has to stay in your home. You can't bring that outside and outside the doors.
I mean, it's gonna sound fucked up when I say this, but Florida and Columbine lets you know that people are carrying them outside these doors.
But that's because they have wild animals and shit out there that they need to protect themselves from. That's different. You don't see every state like that though.
So you don't think people ride around with AR-15s in Las Vegas?
Legally?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Illegally? Yes.
I mean, in all fairness, and I don't even want to put Junior out there, Junior's about to ride around with an AR-15.
An AR with a 100-round drum on it.
But you know you're not allowed to do that,
Yes,
right?
you are allowed to do it.
If the clip is in a separate place than the gun, yeah.
Yeah, but you're allowed to ride with it. That don't mean you can't
What's
ride.
the purpose of that if your gun not going to be loaded?
Who said it ain't? You can keep one in the head. You just can't have the clip in the gun riding around. All I need is one shot, and then I can grab the clip.
Mitra ain't never lied, baby. This is facts. That's all I'm saying.
If you go to the ATM and you got a one in the head and the clip in the glove box, somebody run up to your window, give me all your cash. While you reaching, like, let me get my wallet or whatever, you let off that one shot. You better be a good shot. Let off that one shot. If it don't scare him enough to get him away from you, at least it gives you time to flee the scene. All it takes is one shot to get somebody off of you.
Or you could just have your handgun loaded on your hip, and if they do it, reach and just
Yeah,
dump the
but
whole clip on
then
them.
you can't ride around with that legally.
Ride around with what legally?
Unless you got a CCW or something like that. You can't ride around in your car like that. It has to be...
I've always rode in my car with my gun on my hip.
Well, good thing you didn't get pulled over.
I have gotten pulled over.
I don't know how you did it. Well, it was 22.
I never got it. No. I didn't even get pulled over my 20s. I got pulled over with my 9, and they didn't say nothing to me because it was holstered. It was a holstered weapon.
My thing is, what I was saying was, if we're speaking facts, the first thing would be to make it harder to get guns, certain guns.
But you gotta remember, bro, the streets don't sleep. You can go get a gun off the street anytime. It ain't
Are
hard
we
to do
still
that.
talking about school shooting?
Well, I think, my whole purpose of the whole thing was, I feel like it's guns in a whole. It needs to be harder to get guns. I shouldn't be able to just walk in there and get a gun in 5 minutes.
Yeah, but you also have to have a clean background to get a gun. That's why a lot of felons aren't able to get them.
So you telling me right now, just because I'm not a felon, I can have a psychotic break and go and buy a fucking Vector which shoots like the clip itself hold like 35 stock. That's just coming straight from the
So then
factory.
that's your problem. Then as a person, that's your problem. Why you doing that? That ain't got nothing to do with the gun.
But what I'm saying is,
That's you controlling the gun. That ain't the gun.
But what?
You ain't never seen a gun get up and start walking and shoot somebody, have you?
Well, I mean, no, because it's not. I think you're switching the format of the question. What I'm saying is, if you make it harder to get guns, if you make it a little bit harder to get guns, I feel like in every incident where you're able to hold a gun, you should not be able to get a gun. It's just that simple. It's a reason why police officers are killing black kids. They ass having psychotic shit going on in them. They should not be able to get guns. So now you're talking
about police that were trained in an academy. They should have guns when they were trained not to do it.
During the conversations about gun control.
All I'm saying is you can't really, just like you say, make it harder. It's not hard to go to the street and buy a gun.
Like I said, your argument.
So no matter what about
getting
it.
It's like drugs. Weed is legal, but you still have weed men. It doesn't matter. Guns are legal. You're gonna find them everywhere. So why try to fight it?
Jenna, what I think once again, y'all changed the whole dynamic of what I said. If it's in a perfect world, the only way to solve gun violence would be to remove all guns.
Why?
In a perfect world, that's the only way.
In a perfect world, yeah.
In a perfect world. In this world, the only way to calm it down would be you have to put limitations on certain guns.
But you can get those out in the street with no problem.
Yeah,
you can't say
the
make it
limitations
harder.
wouldn't change anything.
It wouldn't change nothing because you can still go down to Little Juju on 58th Street and get a gun from him.
I agree.
Because you can't go to Easy Pawn or what was the other one? Any gun store and get a gun because the law makes it harder. Don't mean you can't go down the street and buy an illegal one. So you can't say gun controllers are taking all the guns because there's always gonna be a way to find one.
I think the argument you're trying to have is the one I just answered, Junior. Taking away all guns in a perfect world.
You can't even say in a perfect world. What is the perfect world gonna do? You still got motherfuckers that's psychotic and stupid and irritated. You got people trying to break
people will
still.
always find a way to kill somebody.
Always exactly. Guns is not the reason why that's happening. It makes it easier for you to kill somebody, but that's not always the reason because motherfuckers get
as far as the
stabbed,
schools go, like I said,
suffocated.
Name two mass murders that didn't involve guns.
Hiroshima. That was a bomb.
Okay.
No, did you say murderers or mass events?
Mass events.
Oh, I don't really know about the events like that. But.
Right. So you know what we're saying right now.
I mean, what about that? What with the Jews and shit? Wasn't that with gas bombs or some shit like that?
Yeah.
I don't want to.
That wasn't with.
You
said 2 massacres and we named 2.
Okay, so y'all honestly think no Jewish people got killed by guns? Because if that's
I'm not saying that, but
but
you said massacres.
Come on, you can't put stipulations on it. We gave you 2 scenarios. They might have been old.
You know
but
what?
they still
You
gave
know
it
what
to
I think the problem with y'all two is? I can't put stipulations on it. I clearly said in a perfect world,
I got you
which
said
does
in a
not
perfect world.
exist. That the only way, that the only way to solve it would be to take away guns in a perfect world. Both of you sat here and said, well, that's never going to happen.
In a perfect world, that's because you don't just die from guns. Guns is not the only thing killing people. So
there's
you
no
can't
mass stabbings going down. If the boy was running around in high school stabbing people, he would have got killed first class.
But you got motherfuckers kidnapping people and stabbing them and cutting them up, going to get another person. Just because it's not happening at the same time, it's not a massacre.
To sum up this whole with gun control, your whole take on it is no,
y'all
don't
still
get to teaching
y'all
guns.
still haven't let me get the takeout.
Well,
I'm
get
just
it
saying, you
out
got
then.
chainsaws, you got knives, you got bow and arrows.
There's a lot of ways to kill.
There's a lot of ways to kill people. You can't just blame it all on guns.
My whole thing about the
Walmart bags.
if we have, you can kill somebody with anything.
Exactly.
But my whole thing is no teacher shouldn't have guns. But if people have guns, I'm on both sides of gun control. If they allowed to have them, I should be allowed to have them. That's the way I roll. That's the way I live. But if I know Mitri I'll never do a mass fucking shooting. I know that. But I know Mitri. I don't know little Timmy across the street or little Akbar up the street. I don't know if they gonna go buy a high powered gun and run into someone. I don't know them motherfuckers. I don't know if Kwani gonna go do some shit tomorrow and nigga, I'm going to buy a gun and shit's going down at work. I don't know if Junior gonna say
I'm
that.
off tomorrow. So
But I don't know. But do you know though? You don't know until you know.
You can't say it's just
okay.
guns though.
Like
you
I
got
said,
gas and poison. You got so much shit that
To
kills.
sum it all up, since we kind of on the same with agreements with the gun control thing, all I gotta ask you is, you plan on having kids in the future. What are you gonna say or do if a shooting happens and your kid is at school?
You want me to be honest with you?
Yeah.
As I just said to start this day, if I have a kid, even with a white woman, my child is going to be a biracial black kid. It's a percentage that my child might get shot anyway. That's just a fact.
Okay. Well,
So
at school,
if my child is at school
yeah.
and there's a shooting, I'm not going to put it. I believe in Jesus Christ. I'm not going to put a gun in my child's hand.
So you're just gonna pray that he make it?
No. That's all I can do.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't put no gun in my child.
I wouldn't. I just wouldn't. I can't.
I wouldn't.
I understand that.
But at the same time, I wouldn't want a teacher to have a gun.
That's what I'm
my kid
saying.
at school either. So
Everybody has their own beliefs. Like I said, my son, I don't trust the world. So if school shootings are happening until they find a way to stop them from happening, yeah,
Let me
you're
tell
gonna
you, let me
I'm
tell
gonna
you
give
how
my
I
son
know
a
you
fighting
trust the
chance.
world. Your son drink milk?
Yeah,
Where you buy your milk from?
the store.
So you trust the world. Because if you didn't trust the world, you would grow your own milk.
I don't trust the world.
I'm just saying.
Take it back.
I'm just saying.
I don't trust the safety.
You would grow a cow and grow your own milk. The people that don't trust the world live in Iowa and have a farm.
Okay, some people actually use breast milk, so
that's it. Take all that back. I don't trust the school system to keep my kids safe. If I drop them off there, I expect them to be able to be dropped back off at home. I just
want you to know that it's somebody out there that's listening that's like, I don't trust his son.
Well, whatever.
But that's the way it goes.
I'd rather give you teach your son to fight. Every dude who has a son play fights with his son, so his son don't grow up knowing, hey, fight. He know what that means. He put your hands up, let's go. You preparing your son for the chance somebody run up on him. Oh, you know how to fight. We've been doing it your whole life. Fight. I'm preparing my son. If schools are getting more and more dangerous, where they can't control the actions of the students and they're killing people, I'm going to teach my son to, if all else fails, you know how to survive. I'm going to give you this 380 in your backpack. I'm going to teach him how to use it. He going to understand safety. He going to understand this is not a toy.
Yeah, when are you moving?
I don't know, but I understand that now.
Nowhere near my son in school.
If something happens at his high school, I'm a pray just like every other parent is, but at the same time, I'm like, look, if my son go down, I know he went down in a blaze of glory. He went down fighting. He ain't just sitting behind the textbook in the corner of a classroom behind the teacher. He went down shooting too.
The only thing I want you to realize is
my son gonna be a fighter to the end.
You pre-planning that your son not gonna be pussy.
He not.
What if he is?
Then he is. He gonna be a pussy that shoot back.
What if he get a gun back and they kill people with the gun your son gave him? So are you ready to deal with those murders?
I'm ready to deal with
the conversation because that's what I'm talking about.
Look, you can spin this however you want. If my son end up being the shooter, if he ends up shooting the shooter, if he ends up getting shot by the shooter, all those scenarios are plausible. What I'm saying is he gonna be prepared for everything. If he shoot up a school, hey, let the police do what they want to do with him. If he protects himself from a school shooting, that's my boy. I taught you to fight to the end. If he gets shot, where's his gun? Is the clip empty?
I'm off.
I know my son.
My
son went out
I'm
and
off
fight.
this since we're talking about kids.
We are talking about kids, but I'm talking real.
We're talking about kids.
We're talking about this because this is going to be a real possibility that kids are going to start carrying some kind of weapon on them to school because parents are not playing these games.
But Jenner, the problem with what you're saying is, it's not a possibility. Kids are carrying guns without this is what
if they weren't. They finna be on their hips now.
They are.
Have an iPhone on the clip and a pistol on their hip going to lunch.
You gotta think about it. Now that these bullies, man, you never know what a bully can do in school. So if they do let these kids carry guns, that's gonna make it even worse. So that'll never happen. It's too much of a risk to let the kids carry guns.
Be prepared, y'all. But yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, I want to skip this. Y'all watch the Olympics?
No.
All right, look, I got a question for y'all. This is easy.
Black watch the Olympics.
They do a film.
No, I don't watch it. I walked past it. It was under the break room at work. I want to talk about it this way. Nigga, you just said yourself, I'm black. I don't watch the Olympics.
Stop, nigga.
So you said stalk?
Talk.
Now you shouldn't have a gun. You can't even spell. You can't even say talk. Anyway.
It's not gonna be a
podcast
mass shooting. Go.
What?
I'm out.
No. All right. So do y'all find it fucked up that we weren't even allowed to do anything in the Olympics other than run? That's all niggas do is run in the Olympics.
Nah, you're wrong.
Name two niggas that do bobsled and do not say Cool Runnings.
I just name two. Know all the black people who do
But I
those.
bet you know who Usain Bolt is.
But they also do gymnastics.
Basketball.
My God. Okay.
Swim.
Okay.
Freestyle.
Do you know a swimmer? Name a swimmer, Keith.
Bro, that girl that just won all the medals.
Bro, that girl.
No, he told me.
And then
I know,
there's
but
a black dude on a relay team with Michael Phelps.
But what I'm saying,
the girls just won the bobsled thing.
Do y'all want to hear what I'm saying is?
Go ahead.
I'm saying niggas like us. Usain Bolt is not from this country. Usain Bolt is from Africa. Most of the black people that do stuff like that are from overseas. Now there is some girls like people, Venus and Serena, they from Compton. That's very relatable. They world renowned, but they're from Compton.
Okay.
I'm saying it wasn't. Nigga, when was it an option for any of y'all to do bobsledding? You niggas would have probably loved that. When was it an option for y'all to do some swimming events?
Actually, I did do swimming in middle school.
I did, and I wanted to play hockey.
When did
My mama just didn't have the money to keep.
I did swimming at Brindley.
No, I'm saying, when was it an option? When was it? Why is it more of an option? I forgot I gotta break it down with y'all. Why is it more of an option in other countries to do other things other than in the United States, basketball and football? Those are the two sports.
You can't really say that because hockey is big, baseball is big.
Hockey is big.
NASCAR
is big. Baseball is big. But as far as black in America, whether y'all want to admit it or not, spin it. Basketball and football. That's what niggas do.
I can't say all niggas because you got.
I get what you're saying.
I get the
but
concept.
The concept. We dominate athletic events more than anybody. We're just built that way. That's why you see us mainly in basketball and football, because who can overpower a black man in any of those sports?
First of all, if you're going to say that, honestly, if you don't watch overseas basketball, you can't say that.
Because I watch American basketball.
Overseas basketball.
If you don't have a half a roster of black people, your team is ass.
Okay, Jenner. Are you going to listen or are you just talking?
Yeah, that is true. Overseas do got a lot of black motherfuckers on their team.
Overseas do have a lot of black people, but the game is played different overseas. Way different. Yes, it is. It's a shooter's game overseas. It is just now becoming a shooter's game in the NBA. Now, if you have, I think it's in other countries, other sports are being pushed to the forefront more than here. Now it's more so other stuff, but I mean, look at like the winter skiing and all that shit. That's just not a. It's maybe it's because we're in Vegas. I feel like black people get sheltered as far as certain events.
Well, you can't really say anything that got to do with winter when we're in Vegas because we don't get snow.
But what do you mean by shelter?
We get sheltered as far as, whether y'all want to admit it or not, they only push two sports on niggas. It's basketball and football.
Well,
so,
those are the two big ones. But, I mean, when I grew up, I wanted to be a motocross racer.
And then you got people that actually be going to baseball. You can't say, people have only went to football or basketball, but I got a lot of friends that have done different sports.
Those are the easiest
lacrosse,
for a black kid to break in.
I got a lot of black friends that did lacrosse.
That's crazy. Let me ask y'all two questions. Name two black people, and I'll give y'all time, that have ever done fencing in their life. You don't know. Let's name another sport. Name two more black people that have done professional ice skating racing. Name two.
Now,
you don't know. So that's two sports. So what I'm saying
but we also live in Vegas where that's not something that people do in Vegas.
That's not true. I thought that. Let me open y'all mind up. People do ice skating rinks downtown now. Hockey is becoming the hockey ring downtown now. It used to be at the Fiesta on the west side. They used to have an ice skating rink. I don't know if they still do. They still do. They used to do ice racing down there. The little kids used to do ice racing. They used to practice there. Now they are just now.
But they were practicing for hockey.
No, they're doing racing
but before they were practicing for hockey.
No. They're doing. It was just in the news. I don't even want to argue about it.
That's why I'm saying now. Yeah, you're right. But back then, that shit was for hockey.
No,
when I used to go to the hockey, they were like, "Well, the hockey team's coming out to practice right now, so y'all gotta wait."
No,
they shut it down for certain hours for hockey teams.
No, but they just opened the ice.
Exactly. I'm saying now, yes, you're right about that. But back then, that's not what it was.
No,
Okay,
there's a program on TV that they just opened up. They're bringing back the ice racing team in Vegas for the little kids. They used to have it at the Fiesta. They shut it down due to low funding. Now they are bringing it back, but instead of doing it at the Fiesta, they're going to now do it at the Vegas Knights thing. So they're going to help the little kids out with speed racing. That's what they want to do there. They want to promote more sports. But in doing that, I see it as I never got to, other than basketball and football, there was no sports pushed on me. Junior, the only other sport pushed on him was baseball. Other than that, that's me. If you niggas got if Junior got pushed to be an Olympic swimmer, that was Junior. Not that I know of, there was no other sports other than basketball and football. I just think
never
that's
got any
crazy.
sports pushed on me. So what you gonna say about that?
Well, that's totally up to you. But I'm saying
That's what I'm saying. You can't say that because of your experiences. I've got friends and I got people that I know that have been pushing a different kind of sports and they've been doing different sports and they are black. So because of the people you hang around got pushed into those two, that's not the two major ones. That's a false statement.
I don't think that is.
I think it is.
That is.
Keith, I'm gonna ask you this question. Keith, the extraordinary manager. What other sport got pushed on you other than basketball and football? Or track? I'll give you 3.
I always had the option. They ain't get pushed on me.
But I'm saying, what other sport was there? Like, oh shit, yeah, you can go do this.
Baseball. Soccer. I just didn't want to play soccer.
I play soccer, so
Okay.
soccer.
That's about it.
All right.
There you go.
So the regular shit.
Yeah. Regular
All right.
sports.
Now, what I'm saying is, it's like 17 different events in the Olympics. Whether y'all want to hear it
That
or not.
wasn't the agreement. You said everybody was mainly pushed on football and basketball. He just gave you 2 other sports outside.
Well,
of
I'm
that.
saying
So
as far
you
as-
got options to choose from.
As far as niggas, first of all, soccer's the biggest sport outside of the USA. So what I'm saying is, baseball is America's pastime. Niggas in general get pushed for basketball and football.
Probably the ones you know of. You can't say that about everybody.
What did you just say you want your son to play? What sport? What sport did you say?
Football.
Football, right?
Yeah.
First sport you want him to play is football.
Yeah.
Cool. Why is that?
Well, first of all, I want my son to play is baseball. Me and Pootie.
I want him to play football.
Okay, cool. That's America's pastime. That's the same as football and
I
basketball.
want him to be tough. Football's a contact sport. It
All
teaches you to
right.
be tough.
That's all I'm saying as far as that. I don't think as black kids, and y'all can maybe not agree, as black kids, to me, I don't feel like a lot of stuff was pushed on us as much as I couldn't tell you how to play hockey a day in my life. Me and Junior went to games as kids, but I couldn't tell you how to play that. But you know what my dad did let us play? Football. He took us to hockey games, but let us play football. It's a foreign thing. But what I think is, I don't know. I just think y'all got kids.
So you basically speaking off your personal experience. You can't do that in a biased conversation like this.
Well, it's not
You have to go off of everybody else, people around you too.
I don't gotta speak for Jimmy across the
It's
street.
not speaking about them. It's about speaking about what you see that they've done. Because like I say, you sit here and tell me that it's pushed on us heavily, but I've never had either or pushed on me, and I've got a lot of friends that have had baseball pushed on them, or whether it was lacrosse or rugby. So it's never really just football and basketball. That's what you've seen coming up. That's what you've seen pushed on
So
you or your
Junior,
friends.
you feel that
But
same
that's
way?
not-
You don't feel like
What I feel is, as far as sports with black kids in America, the pastimes of America, baseball, soccer, football, basketball, they're not forced onto kids, but if it's all you grew up knowing and watching, is what you want to play. But I feel like the more you culture your kids, the more you want to do other stuff. Like, my teacher in English put us on chess. I wanted to learn chess. When I realized you can be like grandmasters and stuff in chess, that's what I wanted to do. I mean, I wanted to learn how to play chess, like on a competitive level. I'm sorry, but I want to learn that. You talking about like fencing and speed skating? I ain't saying those are white sports, but fencing, there's not enough opportunities where you can learn fencing in America if you coming from the suburbs.
But Junior,
That's not something that
Junior, there is. This is what I'm saying. This is
I
what y'all
haven't
not
seen
trying
any
to
fencing
They
understand.
don't
in
offer
Compton.
fencing in schools.
But this is what y'all not understand. They don't offer tennis in school, but Venus and
Yes, they
Serena.
do.
When did they offer?
They offer tennis in
Did you
schools.
play tennis though?
Yes,
They do offer
But
tennis in
niggas
schools.
did not. They offered, but
Yes.
you played tennis?
you could though.
But you could.
You could though, but did
They
you
don't.
play?
But they don't give you the option for fencing in schools. That's what I'm saying. You don't get that.
You don't have a
You can probably go to
fencing
college and
But
take
what-
a fencing
You have
class.
wrestling. You learn wrestling, bowling, golf.
Let me add 2 things before y'all go in because I feel like y'all changing the direction. What I'm saying is, they may offer all this stuff, but we only talking about, y'all have only named like maybe 4 or 5 events off of the 17 events that are offered on the Olympics. What I'm saying is,
but those are the ones offered in school. You trying to bring up events that's not offered in high school or middle school, so you can't bring that up.
And
if it was
elementary
never brought to
school,
their attention,
we
they
did
don't
the
offer.
high jump.
Why would they offer something to a kid when it's not at the school for them to teach it? That's pointless.
what I'm saying,
That's like me telling you, hey, Mitchell, I want you to come work at this dealership but sell phones.
that's completely opposite.
That's the same thing. I'm putting you in an environment to where you can't do what I want you to do. I'm bringing you out here with all these cars and telling you I need you to sell phones. That's what you're basically
No,
saying.
that's not true.
Yes, it is. You want them to learn sports that's not being taught in their schools. How can somebody offer something to them when it ain't being taught there?
It's called training.
No. You gotta
You
be
talking about
exposed to it
school, though, you
somehow,
can't
or
say
they're
that.
interested.
What I'm, y'all trying to pick y'all are picking at the overall goal. The overall goal and what I'm saying is, if you watching the Olympics, a lot of those events in the Olympics, and we gonna move on past this conversation. A lot of the events in the Olympics, you start to move on and you start to see that, oh shit, I never knew this was an event, like where they throw the marble on the floor and scoot the thing. I don't even know what that's fucking called. Hurling. I don't even know what that is fucking called.
But you know why you don't know that? That is a German-based game.
But Junior,
That's not an American-based
you
game.
want to know what's crazy?
Just like we don't play, what's the game they play in British or UK and stuff? It's not baseball, but it's kind of the same thing.
I know.
Talking about cricket?
Cricket? Yeah. You don't know about that?
But you know what's crazy? This is the thing that's gonna blow your mind. Both of those countries you just named, they play football, they play basketball. Those people are cultured to those events. I think it's people in general. Unless you live in certain areas, you're pushed towards a certain sports.
But you can't be pushed towards something that's not
You're
around.
pushed towards the sport that the place you live is known for. We're known for baseball, basketball, and football and soccer in the United States. UK, they might be known for soccer, basketball, and cricket, and fencing.
You know what's crazy?
Those are what they're known for.
If y'all want to agree with me, y'all can just say, yeah, me too.
So is your argument that we're not known for it and we don't do it? That's your argument?
My argument is that it's just not like, it's not pushed on us like what...
Because it's not native
It's
to
not
us.
native and it's not around. What? You tell me one school right now that offers fencing. Give me a high school here in Vegas that offers fencing.
It's not for us.
Well, if I want to be honest with y'all, Gorman does offer fencing. Gorman and Palo Verde and Centennial has a fencing team. I looked it up. I did my research. They all have fencing teams.
I would have to look that up. But
Okay, y'all go ahead. We gonna talk about the Black China thing. How y'all feel about her sex tape?
Feel she should never put one out because she had me as a fan. I mean, somebody who wanted to potentially get that until I saw her work, and she let me down. She disappointed a lot of fans. Now I feel like she needs to get a butt reduction because she didn't know how to throw that. Her lips.
Now, when you say Bishop Gorman, they have an academy they go to in town that does fencing, but they don't do it on the campus. It is a facility that they send students to go do it.
That they what?
A facility that they send the students to.
Run that back one more time.
But that's not on campus. So
Run
how
that
are you
back one
talking
more
about
time.
that?
Run that back one more time.
That's not on campus.
Run that back one more time.
That's not on campus though.
But
You're
run
talking
it back
about
one
stuff
more
that's
time.
on campus.
Yes, they offer it. That's what he wants you to say. Yes, they offer it.
That's
That's all
it.
he wants you to say. They offer it. Even though it's not on campus, they offer it.
That's all.
But every sport is offered if it's not on campus. You talking about stuff you say it's pushed on us because it's around us on school, but that's not. You wasn't at Cheyenne looking for the next fencing class.
Nigga, I didn't know about fencing.
But it wasn't there. They didn't have that.
No, I'm saying I think.
And then you talking about Bishop Gorman, which is one of the top schools in the what city?
I think.
Come on now. Of course they gonna offer different stuff like
And
that.
to sum it up, I think y'all got when I said.
Like you say, give us something relatable like Cheyenne, Mojave, Legacy. Either one of those schools do it? No.
Whenever there's this overall message I've been trying to purvey the whole thing, and I'll purvey it the whole rest of this season of the podcast. As black people, there's certain stuff that is just not. It's weird if we do it. It is.
To you can't say that because there's some black person out there that think fencing is their life.
Okay.
That's to you. You can't say that's biased. You can't say that.
But what I'm saying is, when I say that, Junior,
Yeah.
when we used to skateboard in high school, what did they say?
We was white boys. We was
Exactly. But you want to know why they said that? Because predominantly white people do that. But no, it's black motherfuckers like Terry Kennedy, Najee Houston, who fucking are amazing at that shit. Legends at their sport. But what I'm saying is, as black people, we tend to like a couple of things, and anything else we look at as like, all right, Serena and Venus, yeah, they do tennis, but it's a lot of black motherfuckers that do tennis. It's a lot of British black motherfuckers that are good. Soccer players. Balotelli is probably one of the greatest soccer players ever. But do you hear about him? No. He's huge as fuck. You don't hear about him.
How do you not hear about him? You know about him.
I watch soccer. This is what I'm saying. I don't think, but to sum it up, my whole thing to sum it up is, as far as sports, I think as black people, we gotta open our mind.
You can't say that. That's your opinion off of it. You
Exactly.
can't say as far as
That's
like,
what
say,
I'm
you gotta
saying.
say my opinion on it. You can't say black people gotta open their mind because there's a lot of black people that do different shit and they don't just all rely on one thing. So you can't say as far as black people. You need to say from your opinion, black people need to, but you can't say all black people need to be like that. That's a biased
Yeah,
opinion.
you should have had a V8. Next.
No, I mean, honestly, and I like this conversation because it's a grown-up conversation. You having a black son.
Okay.
Having or have?
No, you having a black son.
I have a black son, yes.
You have, whatever you want to say it, however you want to pronounce it, I ain't a scholar. But do you want your son to do other stuff or do you want him to do the regular?
I want him to do whatever he wants to do. If you ask me, I think I want him to play either baseball or football. Only because he is a black kid and, I mean...
So y'all going off of stereotypes?
Not really.
That's what
Y'all
you going off
proving
of.
his point.
Huh?
You're proving his point.
Who?
Oh, I know, bro.
I
But
said-
this is the thing. They don't
No,
want
that's
us to
the
say
thing.
it.
You going off of stereotypes, I get where you're coming from. But if you're not going off of stereotypes, I'm not agreeing with that.
stereotypes. One,
You are going off it because you said
Okay.
he's a black kid. You going off of stereotypes.
he's a black kid, so therefore, one, how many movies have you seen where you seen that football built character? Everybody saw Gridiron Gang. Everybody saw what's the damn movie? Remember the Titans?
But in
I mean-
Marquand's voice, soccer builds character for some people.
Yeah,
I mean, it does.
it does.
It does. That's what I'm saying. I only said it to be
Football
funny, but it
teaches you-
does.
And you hit somebody, you can get hit back. It teaches you to take a hit. It's a lot of life lessons you can learn in football.
So
it's more than a sport.
why didn't you then say, and since you agree with Marquand, why didn't you say, I want my child to do fencing because fencing builds character?
Fencing doesn't build character in my eyes. I don't see the character building in my eyes. I see it.
He said in my eyes.
It
I'm
sharpens-
okay with that comment.
In my eyes, it just sharpens your skills and teaches you to be aware. It teaches you reflex.
You know what you sound like?
What?
You sound like you want your son to be a running back because that sounds the exact
No.
same thing. It's going to sharpen his skills and teach him to be
But
a
at the same time, if you doing fencing and you get hit in the chest with the sword, boom. What does that teach you? Okay, next time I need to drop that shoulder. Now, if you get on the field as a running back and you running a route and you get your ass popped and your helmet fly off and you sit on the ground crying, it teaches you to get up, wipe them tears off, and do the play again and get it right.
Personally, I think fencing would have taught me more than football.
No.
Nigga, I might get
You
stabbed
see
if
where
I
I'm
do
going
that
with
shit.
this? Two different opinions because of the way they feel about one thing. You can't say off of yours. You can't say speak for everybody off of your opinion. Like he said, in my eyes, it don't teach me nothing. I appreciate that comment because in his eyes, he's saying from his point of view, he don't see it.
Well,
you can't say that. You can say from my point of view, that's what is getting pushed on, but you can't say that's the general idea.
Fencing.
Well, and I want to, and in closing, I want to just say, whenever I say something, it's always my opinion.
But you have to specify that because we have a talk show, a podcast. We're talking to a lot of people, so you can't sit there and say, "Oh yeah, this is how I feel." Because we bash Junior all the time for the women hating and the black people hating that he got going on because he always say, "I don't like black people." Or
Well,
this and
in
that.
a way, what you're doing right now is saying that everything I'm saying is false because I'm saying, you know, there's
No. I said that's your opinion. I never said you were wrong
But
for
you
what you
realize
said.
there's a group of
I
people
said
that
that-
think like you, think like Junior, and think like
Exactly.
me.
That's why I said you have to say in your opinion because I never said you were wrong. I said that's how you feel.
Yeah.
I never said that you were wrong or you were wrong for your statements. I just said you can't say that's everybody when that's only how you feel. Because we just went back and forth when I don't feel that way, but you do. So I never said you're wrong for it. I said you can't
just
say
want
that.
both of y'all to
The general
understand
is like that.
that both of y'all have flipped it, but Junior agree with me.
I didn't flip it. Okay, I don't want to keep going on with this, but I didn't flip it. What I'm saying is, I would want my son to do whatever it is he wants to do. If my son wants to be a motocross racer, I'm gonna buy him a dirt bike. Race your little ass off, little homie. Do what you gotta do. Be proud either way. If he wants to be a goddamn ballerina, do what you want to do. Make your pirouettes the best you can do. I don't care what he want to do as long as he do something. If you asking me as his dad what I want him to do, I want him to do something that's going to build character. Teach him lessons, life lessons.
Here goes Dimitri footage.
Life lessons.
Say what I said.
Football is going to teach you a life lesson. Boxing is going to teach you life lessons. Every life lesson involved in that is you get hit, you got to stand back up. Once you're on that field or in that ring, is you versus your opponent. You versus the world. You get knocked down, you got to learn to pick yourself back up. Ain't nobody else going to do it.
Ballet has the same concept.
Huh?
They all have the same.
Yeah, they all have the same.
That's what I'm saying.
But fencing,
that's what I'm saying.
I get that, but at the same time, looking from the outside in, fencing, if you saw fencing and football, which one would you want your son to learn a lesson from?
Either one.
I can teach him the lessons I learned from football. Go fence.
But would you not want him to understand those same experience? You learned them lessons on the football field.
You can still learn all those lessons in all those sports.
That's all I'm saying.
How can you learn that in fencing? Give me an example.
This dude just beat your ass. Now you gonna learn your fencing to come back and whoop his ass.
That's what you. That's what teach you to train harder.
You train harder for what? To get back
to
up.
be better.
Exactly. That's what you're doing when you get back up in the boxing ring. You're getting better.
Yeah, but you also learn how to take a hit.
You take a hit in fencing.
Okay.
A loss is a hit.
That quick poke.
A loss is a hit.
Yeah, but it's not a physical hit. I feel like fencing raise sissies.
But what you're talking about is all mental.
Not really.
It's not physical.
It is physical. Because if you can't take a hit from a shoulder pad in the stomach on a football field, would you run the fencing because you can take a poke over somebody putting their shoulder in your stomach?
But it's all mental though. You know what I'm saying? To be physically strong, you have to be mentally strong.
Okay, you can get the wind knocked out of you in football. You can't do that in fencing. If you never experienced the wind getting knocked out of you, how are you prepared for it?
So
Exactly.
say that again?
Getting the wind knocked out of you.
Right.
That's a rare feeling. Most people never felt that, right?
Right.
Oh shit.
So in football, if you get the wind knocked out of you, that's a learning experience, right? That's something that you gonna remember.
But you don't have to play football to get the wind knocked out of you. I got the wind knocked out of me in basketball.
Can you do it in fencing? I said
You
basketball.
probably can.
How?
You don't know how hard that little punch thing is.
Junior, the thing is, Keith, do you at least understand what I was saying?
Yeah. He's proving your point without knowing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think he is.
No, you are.
No, you don't see it, but they telling the truth.
Okay. Either way. So what you're saying is, all these sports we need to start pushing on our kids, other than the ones they already know.
What I'm basically saying is the same shit I learned from football, a motherfucker learned from chess or from golf. The same shit.
I can't get along with that. The most you can learn from all those, if you're trying to compare football to golf, is different. The only thing you can learn is how to take a loss. That's it. One is physical, one isn't. One, you're physically going against your opponent. That's like going to war and then having a tweet battle. There's two different things, right?
Both of them do take.
No, one, you actually going towards your enemy. The other one, you never go face to face with them.
Are you talking about like mental war? Or you talking?
I'm talking about physical. Hands around your neck,
You're
war.
talking about in the trenches.
Yes.
All right, that's cool. In that aspect, yeah. But if you were to get LeBron James and Tiger Woods right there and get them to talk about competition, I guarantee you they would echo the same sentiment.
You think LeBron James could be as great as he is fencing?
We don't know.
He never tried.
This is what I'm saying.
But seeing what he is now, can you imagine LeBron James fencing?
Yeah.
Could you imagine him being a tight end?
What?
A tight end in football?
Yes.
Okay, so
Could you imagine him playing?
I
lessons
could
he
actually
learned-
imagine him being a running back.
The same lessons he learned in basketball, he can definitely take that to football.
I get that. I said fencing.
What if he do go to football?
I can't see LeBron James playing soccer. I can't see him as a wing. No.
I definitely can.
I couldn't see him out there on a soccer
He's
field.
definitely got the
Could you
physical
see him on
strength to do
hockey?
so.
Hockey?
Could you see him boxing?
Yes. Boxing, hockey, football.
Hockey used too big for you. You got to think about hockey. Yeah.
That's besides the point.
Could you see him in
I was
volleyball?
gonna say, hockey.
I can definitely see him in volleyball.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. There are just certain sports that niggas is just. I'm agreeing with y'all. Niggas is just good at certain
He
shit.
better not put his tall ass in no fencing outfit.
But you at least understand what I'm saying though. It's just certain shit that niggas is just like, alright, this is out there, but take these pads, nigga.
Don't you feel like? I feel black people have more of an advantage in sports in general.
This nigga's proving my point again.
No, I'm just
Keep it
saying.
going.
Oh, this is a side. This is off that. I'm just saying. In general, any sport we touch, we can take over.
That's not true.
I believe we can.
Nah,
Any sport.
That's not true.
Sports didn't get good till black people start playing.
Any sport we touch.
I think unless you go to stuff like soccer, I don't think soccer's a black
Only
thing.
the stuff that
That's what-
you gotta put your life on the line every time you do it. Black people ain't doing like wingsuit, skydiving, and stuff like that. Black people ain't putting their life on the
I
line
think
for that.
the most physical sports, black people are the best at because black people understand. Black people are under constant stress. So I feel like a basketball game ain't shit. If it's either I gotta play basketball or worry about fighting somebody just to get into my fucking house, niggas is gonna be good at that.
I feel like
But I feel like
if fencing was a more relevant tool that people could use, like black people could use outside of the sport, I believe that would be more popular with black people. But you ain't finna pick up a sword and fight a nigga. So why need to do this?
I object to that. I definitely picked up a sword before my brother and them, and I was really trying to use it. My goddaddy caught me from behind.
When the last time you took a sword to the west side?
2000. What was my sophomore year?
Don't tell
2008.
nobody else that story.
People don't take swords, but they got knives.
you know. What I mean?
Yeah, I mean, what you gonna do with a pocket knife?
No, I had like a
I
real
was
live
at
ninja
Bobby.
sword, and I had the two little things on the two smaller.
You had a
ones.
throwing star?
Yeah, no, not the stars. The two
You a
shorter knives.
full-blown Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, I was.
Ooh, you watched too
Oh,
many
wow.
Three Ninjas?
Yeah, my mom was three little ninja.
No, Cole and Tom Tom.
No.
Tom Tom.
Rocky.
No, who was the little one? Tom Tom,
Tom.
right? Yeah, that was me. The oldest one was Pootie.
That was,
the middle one
that
was
was
Rocky.
Rocky, Cole, and Tom Tom.
Yep, on my mama. That used to be the
All
three
right,
little ninjas.
let's get to this. We skipped back to this conversation. Let's get back to the Black China shit. Did y'all watch this shit?
No.
All right, let me tell you what happened.
How you gonna ask it, her?
No, he didn't watch it.
I didn't.
Let me tell you what happened. It was bad head. It was bad microphone skills.
I heard about
But in all fairness, do you have Black China just won that settlement? Was not just, but she won the settlement against Rob Kardashian, right? Does she have to give good head knowing that the rest of her life is set?
I mean, it was extra money. She did that on purpose. You knew that was a purposely leak. Just to
No,
get
but
money.
what I'm saying is, if you get a good check, you don't gotta eat a girl out good. If a sex tape leak and the girls is like, oh, you eat girls out bad. I'm
gonna be honest though. If it was my reputation, I would definitely have to put in some work because I don't want my name looking bad in no way, shape, or
So
form.
what y'all saying is, y'all give out grade A dick every time y'all have sex.
I give her about a C+.
Now, let's rephrase this.
Nah, that's
what we
saying. Black China.
Every time? No, but if I'm fucking a girl for the first
For
time,
the first time, you gotta
I gotta give her that grade A just so I could.
So
just
you know she come back.
And not even that, just so word of mouth to get around.
What
so
I'm
you
saying
know
is,
what you.
how do
working
we
with.
know? How do we know that wasn't the first time? Oh, he queued it up. Yeah, that's the Black China shit. So how do we know that wasn't the first time?
She just sitting there.
Just sitting there. That is, you want to know what it is? That is the head from a woman that just got the rest of her life set from a fat baby daddy.
You see that ring? You see the ring though? She made sure she put the ring in the fuck.
You damn right she giving lazy
But that's what
head.
they said. She lazy as fuck.
Junior,
I don't even like head, and that's lazy.
just keep it up. Just keep it
I would have
up.
to tell you better be stepping.
How much? What was her settlement from the one shit, Junior?
I don't
The
know.
Rob shit? It was like 100 and something thousand a month, right?
Yeah, she got something.
Alright, so if she got that,
Y'all seen where Rob sent her the tweet and like keep those lips off our daughter?
what if
Cold blooded.
so do y'all think she should be giving good head if she just want a settlement
yeah.
for $100,000 a
Yeah.
month? What the fuck? Y'all giving out grade A dick if y'all win child support for $100,000 a month?
Yeah,
I'm done giving out grade A dick. I'm out the dick game.
that has nothing to do with that. I'm definitely still in there giving out A1.
If you get the opportunity,
Because I can get more money, shit. Flip that 100 to 200.
if you know at the end,
That arch is nice though.
if you know at the beginning of every, this adds a question.
I'm gonna be honest.
If you know at the beginning of every month you gonna be you gonna have $100,000, I guarantee you your sex game is gonna start lacking.
Nah, it's gonna pick up. Cause knowing I got money, I ain't got nothing to worry about. I got more time to have sex. I'm fucking the shit out of that girl every time.
How do we not know if I'm keeping it 100% honest with you? How do we not know they wasn't fucking the whole weekend?
We don't. That's what I'm saying. We don't.
But this is what I'm
But
saying.
if you gonna leak a sex tape, make it worthwhile.
I don't think she leaked it.
Ain't.
Well,
If I'm keeping it up right now, let me explain it to you. I got a whole
as we
conspiracy
talk, I'm
theory.
watching this, and she is blatantly looking at this camera.
This is why I believe she. Of course, she knows she recorded it. I don't think she leaked it because normally when people leak stuff, they stay quiet. She didn't stay quiet. She immediately got out there and tried to pull the Kevin Hart. I'm going to the FBI. But I think she knew it was finna come out. I think the nigga told her like, "Hey, cat's out of the bag. When you gave me that lazy head, I'm out in your ass." I think she knew about it. Her personally, I don't think she sent the send button.
I think this is Motel 6.
I think we should not be watching a porno with two niggas. I'm out.
We're critiquing right now. This is like a reaction video.
No, it's
Well,
two
baby,
niggas.
ain't no protection being used.
It's two niggas. But anyway,
She got a beer belly.
so you think she leaked it, Jimmy?
I feel like she knew it was gonna go out.
That's
But
what I'm saying.
when she started getting bashed, that's when she was, "I'm calling the cops. You like it? No, you not me, you ain't got no shower."
I guarantee within the next year another one come out where she doing a superb job.
Oh yeah, she got it. She gonna put out.
I don't think, but the thing is, I mean, I think with sex tapes, you gotta know the backstory. I had to know what she did that whole day. If all they did that whole day was go to breakfast and come back to the hotel room, this is terrible, and she should have never put that video out. That sex is bad. Bitch, you deserve to be in jail right now. That is a bad porno. But if they was going out, if they was fucking all day, and she was finally like, you know what? Let's videotape it. And then that's the tape. And then that's the tape that came out. I don't blame her. Because
I do blame you.
no,
Because you said let's videotape it and you ain't want to put it on.
I was disappointed by Black China. Just wait till my tape come out.
All right, what you said the next subject was? It was DMing.
I put it down.
Oh no! All right, no.
Put it down.
This is the perfect example of a thing of a DM. I believe Black China got the DM. So, what's y'all rules on DMing? And I have a story, but I'm gonna tell y'all the story after I get y'all rules. What's y'all rules? Do y'all send out 3D? If nobody responds, what's y'all limit on DMs? If you DMing a girl, how many times do y'all give a DM out?
Well, in my personal opinion,
Well, that's exactly what I
in
said.
my previous Macking game,
Well, that's
you
another way
don't
to say
send
the first
out
thing
a
you said.
DM until you are at least 5 likes on her page deep.
That's a lot. What's you?
You gotta warm it up.
We always had a discussion. I never approached a woman before. I always got.
Yeah, no, go back to me. If you like 5 pictures on a girl page and she returned 4 of those likes, then you slide in the DM.
Let me tell you my DM rules. So you get 4 chances. You get the first one. If she don't
Why are you
respond,
looking at keys?
I'm looking at the thing.
Yikes.
Okay,
I'm
brother.
definitely looking at the camera.
Alright.
Now you good, brother. Whatever you want to do.
Alright. Well, since I know we going off road with the jokes now, we're not
here
taking
you
it
go.
serious. It's game time. So you get 4 rules. You get 4 DMs. You get the first one. She don't write back. You get the second one, but the second one got to be midday. The second one got to be just a smiley face. And then you get the third one. The third one is like the maybe. The third one is asking her something like, like, oh, what you doing? But the fourth one got to be a drunk one. You get 4. Maybe sometimes 3. 4 is definitely pushing it. I say 3 at a high, but you can get away with that 4th one.